Okay, so we're diving deep into 17th century China, right into the heart of the Forbidden City. This was the center of the universe back then. But behind all the golden ceremony, there was this hidden, brutal system of power. We're going to uncover the incredible story of how a shadow, a eunuch, could end up ruling an entire empire.
So I want you to picture this. It's the 17th century. You're just a 9-year-old kid. One minute you're doing chores for your family, the next, a fancy wagon shows up. A man in silk robes steps out, and your parents just sell you. You're thrown inside, terrified, but then the man hands you a warm, fluffy steamed bun. It's this tiny moment of kindness that, for a second, makes you forget you've just been sold.
You arrive at the Forbidden City, and it's magnificent. I mean, just breathtaking. But you're not led to some grand hall. Nope. You're taken to a small, dark room. The contrast is just jarring. And there's really only one question bouncing around in your head. How in the world do I survive this?
Your journey starts with a horrifying realization. This wasn't a choice. You weren't just taken, you were sold. And your new life, well, it's about to be carved into you in the most brutal way you can possibly imagine.
The next morning, it all becomes brutally clear. You've been chosen to become a palace eunuch. Of course, you try to run, I mean, who wouldn't? But you're a 9-year-old kid. What are you going to do against palace guards? They pin you down, there's boiling water, a blade, and then just unimaginable pain. And just like that, in a matter of minutes, your old life is completely gone. You are now the property of the palace.
As you're lying there, you realize something pretty chilling. Begging, crying, it's useless. The men who did this to you, they're not some cackling monsters. They're just cogs in a machine. They're just doing their job, a routine part of a system that chews up boys like you to serve the emperor. You're not really a person anymore. You're just another part of that bloody machine.
Okay, so healing from the procedure is one thing, but now surviving means something totally different. It means putting up with daily humiliation inside this gilded cage, where your social status is basically zero. As you start your new duties, you basically become a walk-in target for ridicule. The concubines especially, they see you as less than human, an object of scorn. Their whispers, their laughter, it cuts deeper than any knife. You're just a thing, not a person, stuck at the absolute bottom of the palace food chain.
You know, you'd think your new life would be about learning state secrets, maybe becoming a spy or something cool like that. But the reality is so much weirder. You're not trained to be a ninja. You're trained to be an entertainer. Yeah, you're sent to this place to learn how to sing and dance for the emperor. Your life isn't about political secrets, it's about becoming a performer.
And this is not some casual after-school activity. We're talking 3 long, grueling years. Your life becomes this endless blur of sore muscles, shouted corrections, and practice, practice, practice. You have to master multiple instruments and, get this, sing in a high falsetto. It's a relentless process, really, designed to completely erase who you were and mold you into the perfect imperial entertainer. So after all that pain, all that training, your moment finally comes. One single performance at a huge banquet for the emperor. Your entire future, maybe even your life, is riding on this one dance. And you know what? Against all odds, you absolutely crush it. The emperor is more than just impressed. He's fascinated. He summons you that night, and then the next night. And pretty soon, you're not just performing for him, you're talking with him about poetry, philosophy, everything. He showers you with gifts, moves you into these luxurious quarters right next to his, and this is the key. You now have what no one else in the entire empire has, the emperor's ear. That close proximity is the real source of a eunuch's power. It's a direct line to the top that bypasses everyone else. The shift in your social status is just staggering. I mean, you've gone from being mocked as a half-boy to someone who commands absolute fear and respect. People literally hold their breath when you walk past. You're not just a eunuch anymore. You are the emperor's favorite. You are his shadow. And with that position comes this immense and very dangerous political influence. But hey, this is the Forbidden City. A rise to power that fast and that high does not go unnoticed. Your newfound influence has just painted a giant target on your back. You may have ignored court politics until now, but trust me, politics is coming for you. All of a sudden, you're in the middle of this treacherous political game. The powerful government ministers, right? The scholar officials who actually run the empire. They are furious. To them, you're this uneducated nobody who has the emperor's ear without earning it.
so they start plotting to get rid of you. And then there's your so-called friend, another eunuch who's always warning you about their plots. In this game of whispers, who can you possibly trust?
So, the ministers make their move. They burst into court, accuse you of embezzlement, and they've got perfectly forged documents to prove it. The emperor is livid, not at them, but at you. And in this world, the only thing keeping you alive is the emperor's trust. So if he doesn't believe you, well, it's a death sentence.
You do the only thing you can think of. You go to his quarters, and you just kneel outside, for a whole day. Finally he comes out, his face just a mask of betrayal. He asks you one simple question. Through your tears, you tell him everything, how you were set up, all the lies, and, by some miracle, he believes you. Your bond is now stronger than ever. You're untouchable.
After that whole incident, your power is absolute. You are the voice of the emperor. You are the man holding the empire together. But here's the thing. Your power isn't official. It doesn't come from a title. It's all personal. And all of it hangs by one single fragile thread, the emperor's life.
And then one morning, you wake up to a dead silence. The emperor is gone. And in that single moment, all of your protection vanishes. You move fast, you send letters, you try to call in favors from your allies to secure your position. But by the afternoon, it's over. The very guards you trusted are now blocking your door. Your allies? They've turned on you. You're a prisoner in your own home.
And then your friend shows up, the one you spared. He stands there and just lays it all out. He orchestrated everything, the betrayal, the power shift, your downfall. He was playing you from the very beginning. He tells you the new emperor will be crowned in the morning, and your execution is scheduled for right after. What's your final move?
That night, alone in your room, you look at the beautiful silk belts of your uniform. The palace decided how you would live. They decided when you would die. In a world that took literally everything from you, your family, your body, your power, you realize there is one final choice left. One last act of defiance that is yours and yours alone. One last thing they can never take from you.